This man sees a beautiful girl walking out of the supermarket.
Okay, love you too. Bye.
He instantly becomes interested in her. Quietly, he starts following her, step by step. As she's about to enter her house, he sneaks up behind her. Suddenly, he knocks her unconscious and drags her into his car. He drives her far away to a secret location. After many hours, the girl wakes up inside the car. She's terrified and completely confused. She screams for help and tries to call out, but nobody hears her. Worse, she has no idea where he is taking her. When she looks around inside the car, she spots a shovel and an axe. That's when it hits her. He's planning to kill her and bury her body. In that terrifying moment, she knows she has to do something if she wants to survive. Welcome back to Movie Now. I don't have many subscribers, but your single comment is a ray of hope to motivate me.
Please help me! Please help, please! Open the door now! Please!
The movie begins at a busy emergency call center where we meet Jordan Turner, a skilled and caring 911 operator. Jordan is known for being responsible, punctual, and friendly with her co-workers. She's in a relationship with Officer Paul Phillips, who works in the same police department and truly cares about her. One regular day at work, Jordan receives a chilling phone call. The caller is Leah Templeton, a 15-year-old girl who says someone is trying to break into her house. She's all alone because her parents are at work, and she's absolutely terrified. Hearing this, Jordan stays calm and quickly instructs Leah to hide in a safe place while police officers are on the way. Leah listens and quietly hides upstairs. But just as she hides, the intruder breaks in. He searches the house, angry and determined. Not finding anyone downstairs, he heads upstairs. At that moment, the call gets disconnected. Worried about Leah, Jordan calls her back. But the phone ringing gives away Leah's hiding spot. The intruder hears it, finds her, and kidnaps her. Jordan is horrified. She realizes that calling back might have led to Leah's capture. If she hadn't called, maybe the men would have thought the house was empty and left. The next day, the news confirms Leah's death. Jordan is heartbroken and blames herself for what happened. She finds it hard to continue working and almost quits her job. Her boyfriend Paul, concerned for her well-being, gently encourages her to come back to work. After some time, she agrees. Then the movie shifts focus to another girl, Casey Wilson. Casey is hanging out in Los Angeles with someone she loves. After spending time together, she tells her friend goodbye and walks to the parking garage alone. Suddenly, a man approaches her and starts talking. Casey thinks he's just a harmless stranger and chats with him. But the moment she turns her back, he knocks her unconscious and shoves her into his car. He drives away quickly. No one sees what happened. No one suspects a thing. Hours later, Casey wakes up inside the car. Confused and scared, she searches for a phone. Luckily, she finds one and immediately dials 911, begging for help. Guess who answers the call? Jordan. At first, Jordan is shaken. This situation is exactly like what happened to Leah. The fear and guilt rush back, but this time, she gathers herself and stays strong. She knows she can't mess this up. She calms Casey and promises that help is on the way. But when she asks Casey where she is, the girl can't say. She's been in the car for hours and can't see anything outside because it's dark. She has no clue where she's being taken. Jordan gives her a smart idea: break something in the car. Casey tries to break the windows but fails. Then she breaks one of the tail lights and starts waving her hand out through the hole. Miraculously, someone driving nearby sees her hand and calls the police. The cops rush to the area. Now, thanks to the outside light, Casey sees more tools in the car: an axe, a shovel, and more. She realizes the kidnapper wants to bury her alive. She panics but keeps telling Jordan what's happening. To help the police track her, Casey throws things out of the car, anything she can find. She even finds a can of red paint and spills it on the road, hoping someone will notice. A man driving behind the car sees the paint and realizes something is wrong. He pulls up next to the car and tries to alert the driver. But Michael, the kidnapper, is furious. He pulls over in a quiet area, gets out, and attacks the men with a shovel. He then drags both the unconscious men and Casey into the man's car and drives off again. Even though they're in a new vehicle, Casey still can't figure out where she is. The police, now more determined than ever, arrive at the scene where the car was switched. They search the first vehicle for fingerprints and finally identify the kidnapper as Michael Foster. Without wasting a second, they go to Michael's house. There, they meet his wife and children. The kids get scared seeing the police storm in. Michael's wife is confused and frightened. She has no idea what her husband has been doing. The officers break the news: Michael has been kidnapping young girls. His wife is devastated. She can't believe it. The police ask her to stay alert and contact them if he returns. At the same time, Claire is still on the phone with the emergency services. She hasn't hung up yet, and she's doing her best to stay calm. She tells the police that Michael, the man who kidnapped her, has just stopped the car. Now, Michael walks to the back of the car and opens the trunk, where Claire is hiding. As he opens the compartment, he spots the phone Claire used to call the police. He instantly realizes that she's been talking to them the whole time. Furious, he grabs the phone and throws it aside with full force. His anger boils over, and he beats Claire badly before heading into the house. But this isn't just any house. This is the house where Michael spent his childhood. It's the home he grew up in. No one, not even his wife, knows he still owns it. Meanwhile, the police aren't giving up. They continue investigating Michael, digging into his background, his wife, and everything about his past. Eventually, they discover where he used to live as a child. Immediately, officers rush to the address. When they arrive, they search every room in the abandoned house, but they find nothing. There are no signs of a kidnapping, no clues, nothing useful. Since the house has been deserted for years, they assume it's not the place they're looking for and decide to leave. But Jordan Turner isn't ready to give up. She still carries the heavy guilt of Leah's death and refuses to let another girl die under her watch. Determined to do something, she heads to Michael's childhood home herself, hoping to find anything the police missed. As she explores the place, something catches her eye, a broken phone. It's the same phone Claire used to talk to her. The police must have missed it because they didn't check the backyard. Seeing the broken phone confirms one thing for Jordan: Michael and Claire are still somewhere nearby. She starts looking around more carefully and soon notices a strange-looking doorway that leads to an underground passage. Down below, things are getting worse. Michael is preparing to hurt Claire. He's holding sharp tools in his hand, ready to perform a horrifying experiment on her brain. Claire begs him to stop. She pleads with all her strength, asking him not to do this. But Michael doesn't care. He doesn't listen. Up above, Jordan decides not to call the police. She knows every second counts and believes she must act fast. If she waits, Claire might die before help even arrives. So, she bravely steps into the underground passage. As she moves quietly through the dark corridor, she finally reaches the room, and is shocked by what she sees. There, in front of her, is Michael standing with knives in his hand, and Claire, tied up and terrified. Jordan doesn't waste a second. She grabs a chair and strikes Michael from behind. He collapses to the ground, knocked out cold. Jordan quickly rushes to untie Claire and tries to get her to safety. But just as they think they're safe, Michael regains consciousness. He rises, furious, and charges at them. Now, a wild fight begins. Michael tries to overpower both girls, but Jordan and Claire fight back with everything they've got. They grab metal tools and hit him as hard as they can. Even though Michael is strong, the girls don't give up. Jordan finds a heavy metal object and smashes it into his back with all her strength. The force sends him stumbling. He loses his balance and falls into a deep underground hole. The girls finally get a moment to breathe. Michael is down, for now. Jordan reaches for her phone to call the police. But Claire stops her. Claire remembers everything he did to her, the pain, the fear, the horror. She looks at Jordan and says she doesn't want Michael to just be handed over to the police. She wants him to suffer. Jordan, thinking about Leah and how Michael took her life, understands exactly how Claire feels. She also doesn't want him to get off easy. Soon, Michael wakes up again, but this time, he's the one tied to a chair. The girls are standing in front of him, holding a container of acid. They warn him, if he moves even an inch, they'll pour it on him. Michael, scared out of his mind, begs them to stop. He cries, pleading for his life, asking them to turn him into the police instead. But the girls have made up their minds. They're not going to let him get away so easily. They look around the house. It's filled with all sorts of disturbing tools, chemicals, and items that Michael planned to use for evil. Jordan and Claire realize he's far too dangerous to be allowed to walk free. So, instead of calling the police, they lock him up in that room and walk away, leaving him tied up and alone. They don't kill him. They don't touch him again. But they also don't save him. They leave him there to rot in the very place where he brought so much fear and pain to others. Some time later, Jordan speaks with the police. She tells them that she found Claire running through the woods after escaping from the kidnapper. When the officers ask Claire for details, where she was kept, what the place looked like, she stays quiet. She says she doesn't remember much, but the truth is, she does remember everything. She and Jordan had planned not to tell the police what really happened. The movie ends with a dark twist. Michael never escapes. Days pass. Then weeks. Then months. He stays in that underground room, tied to the chair. No one comes for him. No one hears his cries. Slowly, his body weakens. His mind fades. He dies there, completely alone. Dear viewers, this was the full recap of the thrilling movie The Call. A story about courage, justice, and the power of never giving up. Let us know in the comments what you think about this intense story. Did Jordan and Claire do the right thing, or should they have called the police? Until next time, stay safe, stay strong, and stay tuned for another exciting movie recap right here.